Welcome everyone to the final group of the Octofinals of the summer. Sorry, that's some loud risk. Some summer road trip open. I'm your host, Mitch on Risk, here for professional risk takers. I'm in this game. I'm going to go through exactly what I need to do to get to the quarterfinals as we go here, but this lobby is incredible. We've got a bunch of Europeans in here with Rue 13, Lila the Poet, Riedel, Zychron, me, and Aiden 4 in K. Rue and Zychron, the Risk World Cup champions, coming off their Grand Championship. We are playing with the Deuce Dropper modifier, so we're in Conway Castle here. As you can see, we've got unstable portals. The Deuce Dropper modifier is the first to 2 bounties win, so it's a way to play a game that potentially would stalemate in other Prague World Dom settings, but with the first to 2 bounties winning the game, it dramatically increases the chance of an exciting, fun to watch, fun to play game. So first in turn order in red, there's Lila the Poet, one of our 2 Germans in the lobby. We've got 2 Germans, 2 Englishans, and Aiden from Israel. And just plain old America for me. Zerky, thank you for the dab. Did the dab work? I was not paying attention at the time, but I would like to know if it worked. Don't think so? Okay. I'll check in just a second once I get through this turn. Oh, yeah. Okay, try again. Well, I really thought that was going to go that time. Ah! Okay, we'll figure it out. But I do want to figure that out. Okay, so we're 6th in turn order, which means we get no help in terms of picking out our spot on the board. I do need to adjust this a little bit more, so you can see everything. There we go. It's a wide map. Something like that, maybe. Alright, so right in front of me, I have Riedel, who will likely be lining me up in this game. I think the focus... Oh my gosh, he has great lines on me. I think my focus in this game has to be on keeping positions, keeping lots of positions, and getting away from Riedel any chance I get, which there's not a lot of chances to get away from him on this first turn. Where am I going to get my card? Oh, I thought those were connected. Obviously they're not. I gotta get used to my Conway Castle lines here. Yeah, it looks like Riedel basically has me lined up from turn 1, so you could fast forward this video about 30 minutes and probably see Riedel killing me, but we'll see. But like, let's get this a little bit more. He's got that. Obviously the portals are gonna move. This 3 here is connected to him. This is connected. Angry move there. Lila did something that made everyone angry. This 4 up top maybe has a chance to be protected from him. And this 4 here. This is kind of his one area. He doesn't have anything. So I need to maximize that potential. The good news is we have 25 troops here, so we should be, you know, able to survive turn 2. I gotta figure out why my stream elements thing's not working though. And I gotta figure out how many points I need to advance. Alright, so the top 24 advanced to the quarterfinals. We had 48 players in the Octofinals this week. And we're the last group, so we get the benefit of knowing what we need to get through. Currently 24th place is a tie between Aninus and Quarantined at 52 points. So we need more than 52 to get through. I am currently sitting on 32, so I need 20 points. Woof! That is going to be tough. We're going to need a good game today and not get killed by Riedel to get 20 points. Everyone else's position here. Nobody in the top 10 in this group currently without playing this round. Looks like Zerky's safely into the next round. Ooh, a lot of people in this group need some help. So Lila's at 43, just outside. Rue's at 39, so they both need just kind of good weeks, nothing special. Zycron down at 30, Aiden at 29, both below me. And Riedel at 31. So yeah, 4 of us there, 32, 31, 30, and 29. 4 of us are lined up on the highest of that group. We're lined up there. So a lot to play for here today. Zerky said he needed a win +2. Got lucky last game that Hudson failed and cleaned up right after that. Nice. That is always nice when that works like that. Okay, item blocking all the portals, not letting anyone use them for extra positions here. Kind of a bully move. We're going to add one there. We got to keep this position to be annoying. We can move this up or this down. Okay, that goes there. That only goes there. I just messed up where I'm getting my card from, apparently. Oh no, I'd rather move. I don't know what Aiden wanted there, but he was happy with what I did eventually. This map is very hard to keep track of what everybody wants. Because you're playing a no bonus game. Everyone's trying to get lines on each other. Now Aiden's apparently mad now at what Lila's doing. No, Aiden liked that move, okay. Your bonuses on this map, although we don't expect them to be taken, are right there. We've seen some long games, and we've seen some very explosive games so far. I've watched back a few of them. I was traveling this week, so only got to see 2 of the groups play so far. I'll watch back the rest of them later. But it's been a lot of no bonus lining people up. I assume everyone's played no bonus. Eric, you might know. Also, I'm sure you haven't seen any bonus games on this. So we created kind of 2 totally different styles for the Deuce Dropper. So the first game's Conway Castle, very choked, a lot of splits, challenging map to go get kills. Second map's Mont Saint Michel. It's all part of our summer road trip through Europe, going through French castles this week. But Mont Saint Michel is meant to be very open, explosive, and we do see a bonus. Okay, interesting, interesting. Rue takes a bonus, and he guards, forcing Aiden to have to break. Yeah, Aiden breaks, and Rue cries. Makes sense, Aiden's right after him in turn order, though. He's the most motivated to not get broken there. Zerky took a bonus? Did you take it and hold it? Welcome in, Roberto. I mean, this map is so challenging to figure out just where to take a card on. Riedel staying super connected to me, obviously. That's all he cares about is trying to kill me. What a bully. So I gotta keep adding where he's not, which is up here. He also doesn't have great lines up to this. But I'm starting to get a bit card blocked here. Aiden did not like that move. But I feel like we could trade there. I thought maybe that's what he was wanting, was us to trade like this. Maybe that's not the case. Zerky said in my defense I had to. You were really weak. Which one did you hold? Which bonus were you holding here? The +5, probably? Oh, you had a bot. Okay. It makes a little more sense. Oh, Barbican. The left side, the West Barbican. Okay. Oh, the +2, yeah. 3 for 2. That's pretty realistic. I don't think I've ever played with any of these players in this lobby here today in my game. Maybe Riedel. Maybe I have played with Riedel. So very different than I'm used to playing for sure. I'm usually in the midnight or later European time slots, so I don't play a lot of Europeans. The way the scoring works for the Summer Road Trip Open, you get 15 if you win, 10 for second, 8 for third, 6 for fourth, 4 for fifth, 2 for sixth, and then 3 points per bounty that you take. So there are significant staying alive points available. We've seen a lot of kills on this map, though, in the groups that I've seen, so relatively high point scores. Not as many kills on the Mont Saint-Michel necessarily. Goat Mitch double kill chain. Yeah, I plan on a double kill chain. What I plan to do is let Riedel line me up perfectly, like get perfect lines through the first 2 trades. And then he doesn't have a trade on 4. I flip the lines on him, reversal, take him down. And then I chain that into, I don't know, Zychron or somebody. And go ahead and win this thing. So that's my strategy kind of going into it. I'm putting all my eggs in that basket. Just assuming I'll get lucky with cards and someone else get unlucky. That's kind of my plan. There are plenty of kill guard opportunities on this map, like Riedel being kill guarded here by Aiden. Oh. Had my marker on. Someone was reacting to that. I didn't see. Probably Aiden, because he's been annoyed with all of my plays so far. Aiden makes a lot of risky plays. Okay. Maybe Aiden's risky play will be to kill Riedel. And he'll fail it, and I'll just get both their bounties. Is that what I should put my whole game plan kind of centered on, probably? I think so. So got this map. This map has some very tricky connections to figure out because there's like bridges basically that are going over and around. So this goes over in that way. Are your 2 connections that direction? So it's got a 3, a 5, and a 3. So it's got nowhere to go. This only connects here, currently being kill guarded by this kind of double kill guard Aiden situation. This 5 up here goes there, there, and there. The 8 can come out to this or this. Or back in here. The 3 goes up and over. And the 4 really only goes down. Okay. So you can see why I'm having trouble getting cards. Riedel does give me one. Terribly nice guy. Aiden has pretty bad lines on Riedel. Unless he gets some portal luck. Yeah, the 7's going to be real tricky for sure. This comes out and around. Does that come down? Yeah, this 3 comes down through these 2. Then he would have to go through this to get to that. Who's crying? Rue's crying probably because he can't get a card. Be my guess at this point. Alright, so we're getting our first trades. It goes 4, 6, 8. We are in progressive cards. That's the 8 trade there for Rue. Interesting fact about this group, a lot of players that usually play as white in here. Does that mean something? Maybe. I think the color a player normally chooses tells you a lot about the player. I think there should be a guide somewhere for, like, here's what the color that the player chose to play as tells you about that player. Zerky, will you try that dab again? I think I have it turned on now. The good news is here, I'm going to be getting the big trade. I didn't see a dab, did you? Oh, it did work? Okay, cool, I just missed it. Good, I just didn't have it turned on. Cool, 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 cool. It's just barely visible? Okay. Have the transparency turned down or something. Okay, I gotta play my turn, but then I can fix that for sure. Okay, so we get our cards. We're gonna take 15 of them. We're gonna get our +2 of the south wall, which is just next level risk that I was paying attention that whole time, got that knocked out. Okay, and then we're gonna definitely get a card here from old Riedel, our buddy, who keeps creating cards for us. Portal here seems bad. Riedel being here seems bad. We're gonna sit behind that. Okay, Zerky, one more time. And I think we got the stream elements working again. Oh, yeah. Cool. We're back on. Alright, now we're just going to play Risk. We're through the first set of trades. We've got 52 troops. Next week, we will be in the quarterfinals, and it will be the Keep It 100 round, which is you've got to keep all your opponents under 100 troops. First one to 100 wins. And so we should get some crazy dynamic games with people having to roll each other, knock each other down. Lots of drama, lots of adversity, lots of entertainment value, hopefully. So looking forward to that. Those that schedule and those settings get announced a little later tonight. So we'll see which 24 players are going to be in there. It looks like probably only 3 maximum from this group would go into that. Just depends how the points fall, I guess. Currently, wow, Roberto's saying best of the year. Why do you think that, Roberto? Roberto says this turn you'll likely have my vote as best of the year. I am interested in your opinions on that for sure. So Bradamite currently leading. Bradamite's got 36, 33, and 27 through the first 3 rounds of the tournament. He's at 96 points. Roberto, that's why he's saying it. He scored 42 points this round. He's at 92 points, currently sitting in second overall with 32, 18, and 42 for his 3-round scores. Those guys have a great shot to be in the final already. And then you've got Sea Monster, Bart, Crackle up there. There must be some kind of mistake. Crackle's currently in 5th overall. After scoring 10 points in round 1, Crackle is in 5th overall. That is an impressive comeback for Crackle. He's at 75, tied there with Silent Legend and Bart. Actually, yeah, he's tied for 4th with Bart at 75. Jolie Irwin just behind them. Jax Wild in 8th. Trunk in 9th. And as he is so skilled at doing, 69 points for I Am Mamba, currently sitting in 10th place on the leaderboard. Alright, we got a trade on 3, but we shouldn't need it. Right, guys? Right? Everyone agrees, right? Definitely don't trade. Okay, Riedel gave us... Riedel's just leading me to my death, probably, and I'm just... Thanks for the card, Riedel. just keep taking it over and over, which is great. Is it bothering you guys that I'm not sliding on all these? Yeah, Crackle's getting it figured out. All that time really practicing, paying off for that guy. Zareki said he had a pretty rough start for the tournament, so he's a little biased. Yeah, that's fair. Roberto says new game modes basically in different playstyles for each game, something new. Yeah, I kind of like the weekly setup of it, switching the modes each week, and not doing like, hey, we're going to make this a no bonus game because these settings only work as a no bonus game. We're like changing the mode and building the settings around it for each week. But then not building a whole tournament around some modifier, because if we hate the modifier, then you're stuck in a whole tournament with a dumb modifier. So it's kind of the logic of keeping it interesting. We're trying to strive towards making the viewing experience more entertaining. Like, people love to watch Risk World Cup, and a big piece of that is just kind of the natural tie-ins of rooting for against certain teams and nations and things like that. But just creating entertainment value in these just regular old tournament games is a challenge, and something we're still trying to figure out. And part of it's got to be shaking things up and making it interesting, game to game, round to round, tournament to tournament, so that people are more engaged playing and watching it. Like, the Deuce Dropper modifier changes a lot of the kind of calculations. I'm obviously not doing it because I'm not as good as these guys, and they just keep me around because, well, they have to. Sorry, I better think through this turn real quick. I want to fortify that over. I think now's the time. That 7's going to come down here. But, like, where you would normally be just looking at troop counts, going, I'm trying to kill the person after me, and at some point it becomes futile to go for that kill because it's so negative, because everyone's got so many troops. That doesn't necessarily happen in this game mode, because you just need enough troops to, 1, stay alive, because you'll take the 3 bounty points, but 2, if you can stay alive and potentially turn it into that second kill, it's kind of like getting a kill into a 70 run, which makes 70 games, so 70% domination games so exciting, is that the end result can just be a small chain versus having to line up perfectly into a snowball to make a kill worth it. So that's some of the concept here. And in the first round, the Kingslayer, it's close. It probably needs a little adjustment to that modifier to make it more enticing to go for the Kingslayer, to go for the King. But the concept is still good because it's an ever-changing target that you have based off the number 69 troops there. Hold on. Pause everything. Very well done by Zychron. Zychron is green. You don't see that a lot. I do like all the new modifiers. It makes stuff fresh, new, and different. That's from Zareki. Increases the entertainment value. Maybe not necessarily more competitive, but still quite fun and interesting. Led very good luck so far in this one. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, I think if we're gonna grow the game, and plug your ears if you're a purist here, but I think if we're really going to grow the game and get people watching and entertained by it, we have to find ways to make turn by turn exciting, because we're playing a turn-based game, which is in itself reduces your entertainment value versus watching a lot of other esports where stuff's just constantly happening and there's always stuff to look at, and at any moment anyone could die or win basically in the game. This is very formulaic. We know how many card trades it's going to go through, basically. We know about how many troops you need to run a 70. We know what a kill looks like. And so it's all a little bit formulaic. So you got to create some layers of entertainment value for sure. And also you got to challenge the players. Like, if everyone plays optimally in a very high-skilled competitive game of Risk, the game is as boring to watch as anything you could possibly think of. Like, even if they're playing incredible Risk, the better they're playing, the worse the entertainment value is. And so you got to find a way to flip that on its head a little bit, and make it to where this stuff's watchable. Most people that watch Risk right now aren't really watching the Risk. They're watching the content creators that are super entertaining, engaging, can communicate outside of the game, connect the game, connect to other games, and connected viewers. And that's really what you're watching. And those are the people that we're so fortunate that we have these super skilled people that play our game to grow our community. But, I mean, honestly, if you throw Pete, Kilted, Hot Buns, a lot of the creators you see in Risk, if you throw them into other games, their audience is probably 5 to 10x what it is in here. So we're lucky they stick with this game and this community, even with kind of the limiting factor of what the game is. So we're going to keep trying to improve what we've got. And those guys have dropped out recently of a lot of competitive events and stopped playing them. And it's kind of related to that. It's just competitive events are kind of the most boring thing to watch, sadly. Most other sports, the more competitive you get, the more entertaining it is to watch. And Risk kind of goes the other way. Yeah, Zerky's saying, I think we're doing the best job so far in it compared to other tourneys as of right now. Entertainment is way more important than skilled gameplay. That brings in numbers as much as the other top players hate to admit that because of the Saber and Elo related stuff. Yeah, and I get it. Like, I get the skill-based thing. I get that I want to be the best, and let's play super skill-based games to figure out who's the best. But at some point, like, you got to grow the game, and if you're really going to grow the game, you got to start focusing a little bit on entertainment value. And in the first iteration of Risk World Cup, which people absolutely despised and got very angry about, we gave 5 points for bounties, and so they were chaotic games, and we had to rein some of that in because we went too far in that direction. But there were some entertaining games. Oh, but I have to use the wild. Okay. Obviously, I was kind of lining up this kill, as you guys saw. We got red and green both kill guarded here. That's not super helpful. Do I have a card? No, I don't. So I'm going to hit this 3 for fun then. Okay, so surely someone's about to do something crazy. I'm at 103 troops. I probably should have gone for a kill, but I was talking about the future of Risk for all of you guys, so I didn't get the kill. Alright, Lila the Poet trades in here on 3. 117 troops. Obviously no kill would trade him in, but it'd be 3 points. That's what I was saying. The Risk World Cup, like, we did the first year 5 points for a kill, which still isn't the worst idea. I don't even mind going back to the 5 points for a bounty, as long as you had that new piece that we added in, which was in a progressive game you had to trade, so people weren't just targeting someone to kill their game to get the 5 points. But that created some interesting action. It also, we had so many problems because of the way the format was, which we were pushing entertainment for sure. But then we ended up with Finland, bullying Croatia, and Zerky out of the tournament. So we had to get rid of some of the targeting aspects of it and some of the moral hazard that was built into that format. But I do think this year we got much closer to a balance of skill-based and entertainment value. We'll keep pushing in that direction, though. The old Finland situation. Don't talk to Zerky about the Finland situation. He'll never forget. Did Norway do that to you this year? I think, but they just fed some games, not like in a purposeful like targeting way, right? What's really hard to get to is if you guys could see inside the brains of the 5 other people playing me, or if you saw like each of our faces down here talking about what we're doing, those guys would be like, well, I'm counting out this kill, I'm counting out this kill, which I'm not right now, clearly. But they would be counting it out and telling you like what they're thinking. And that adds a lot of value, and that's why we've brought in some of the VC team talk, so you can hear more about what's going on. You put them on teams, so they have to communicate with each other versus just keeping it all in their head in an inner dialogue. We get to hear kind of what they're parsing out and planning. And that definitely adds some entertainment value. We've gotten some good feedback with our league games, utilizing that team communication and fans getting to listen in and watch what the team's thinking about. Because there's very little actually happening on the board. You're seeing like 1 or 2 attacks per turn, but there's a lot of thinking and steps going into those attacks for these guys. Roberto says, when I look back at my games, I don't know what I could have done differently, and I got 0, so I don't even feel bad about them. Yeah. Yeah, and that's a piece of it. Like, Risk players, There are definitely, like, you're playing a 6-player free-for-all game. So there are definitely things that are just completely out of your hands. However, Risk players also like to lean on that, like, they were not in control at all. And usually they had at least some control of early situations or something like that maybe they don't know, like, how they would have played it, but because they're trying to play a certain way and not upset people or whatever, they played a certain way early, and it kind of took the control out of their hands. Now, there are times, like, you're playing with a bot or something, and the bot just goes crazy on you, and literally, you can't do anything. But it is a common Risk player thing to say, like, there's nothing I could have ever done. And maybe they're right. But it takes that takes some of the entertainment value out of it for fans, because fans are like, well, we want to see the best, we want to see players that play, and if it doesn't even matter, like, what my favorite player does, then why am I going to watch? It's just, if it's just randomly decided who wins, then what's the point? So it's another challenge in building what Zareki would call luck-based versus skill-based type settings. Like, skill-based players, Conway Castle, oh, that's so skill-based to find kills there. But if you just play a regular Prog World Dom game with 6 really great players on this, it's going to stalemate every single time. So you just can't do it. And it's also going to be just the most boring and painful thing in the world to watch. Like, in this game, you've seen basically 1 attack per turn. Most people are kind of lining someone up, but not doing anything major. Let's just, for entertainment value, start looking at what our lines would be on red, because that's theoretically who we're going after. We'd have to go through that, which would not be pretty. We've got this kill guard situation here we got to get through. This could come here. And then we also got to get to this. So, like, red's completely off the table. I should be lining up green probably here. In Zychron. This comes over, down. This I build on comes up. Does that go there? No, it doesn't, does it? No. So yeah, we got the same black 22. Aiden's kind of single-handedly stalemating this thing. What's up, P-Mup? True, real ghosts just get unlucky. Yeah, getting unlucky is the smart way to play, I say. It's incredibly, Zareki says it's incredibly hard to find a perfect middle ground between making it fun and skilled at the same time. No stalemates, but also no feed suicides thing in the game quickly, yeah. It's brutally tough to figure it out. I think you're going to hear complaints, obviously, next week about the Keep It 100 modifier. Because it's so different than what we normally play. But I'm telling you, those will be the most entertaining games we play in the tournament. Because it forces players to step out of this kind of meta of single attack, sit back, wait for someone to make a mistake, which is what the tournament meta is right now. It's so hard to get people pushed out of that comfortable zone of sitting back and waiting. I just can't get him. Aiden's there. Can't get Rue. P-Mup says, I will say that I've really enjoyed this event, and Winners Arena have been some of the best events this year for me. Yeah, Winners Arena was good too. Probably going to be lots of complaints, but it should be very fun, yeah. Yeah, there will be so many complaints about the 100 troops. Which is fine. But if you're that good of a Risk player and you know the game that well, let's see if you can do it. There's a lot of diplomacy that goes into keeping the board balanced while keeping everybody 100 troops. And there are maps that bonuses could be taken, and that will obviously cause some controversy, which is exactly what we're looking for. But we gotta find a way to make people want to watch Risk outside of just the World Cup. World Cup gets pretty good viewer numbers, and outside of competitive risk, so outside of just the big streamers that are awesome personalities, super entertaining, and people watch them because they're awesome entertainers, super entertaining. How do we make this game by itself entertaining throughout the game? Like, we're at 140 troops. Basically, nothing's happened in this game. And even if I was breaking down attack by attack exactly where everyone was going, there's just only so much in it to really take from it. Like, Zychron hit a 1. Zychron made 2 attacks on that turn. What's he thinking? Oh, he's lining up Rue, but Rue's going to trade. That makes no sense. Alright, here's your Rue trade. I'm so ready to slay. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, the smart play is to sit back, and we've got to change that to be the smart play is to go ham. How do we get there? Because if we can get to the smart play being to go ham, that is risk that people will tune in and watch. I guarantee it. That's part of the concept with like how we did the final of the Risk World Cup. You couldn't win the final unless you were willing to have the guts to make the 70 run. Like, someone had to be willing to make the run. And having that reset modifier in there, that's kind of the concept, is you can't just sit back. Okay. Rue attacked 4 times, but just wanted to get over to the right side. Interesting, interesting. Is he trying to get away from me? Because I love that if I'm scaring him. But, like, imagine you tune in to watch a Risk match, and it's possible in turn 1 that something insane happens, right? It's possible on the first set of trades that something crazy happens. That's the kind of risk we're trying to get to. And not like stupid, like someone just gets mad and fights over a bonus and full sues because they're butthurt about their +2. But like, someone made a strategic play and put themselves in a much better chance to win a game in the first trade sequence. That's what I'm looking for. How do we get there? Not, hey, on the 3rd trade sequence, there might be, depending on where the portals are, there might be a chance for a kill. Riedel could go for Mitch. No, we're not going for Mitch. I think Riedel is going to go for my kill here, right? I mean, I have a pretty weak kill guard with this 18. Okay, update. Riedel is not going for my kill, and in fact, he's further kill guarding me. Dope. 77 cold hard troops here. But, like, look at these giant kill guards going on. What a dumb map. Who picked this? He's preparing, though, for the next trade. You think Riedel's preparing to kill me? No. Riedel, terribly nice guy, would never. So if you guys have ideas of how do we make people forced to play exciting Risk in the first 5 turns, not like the game has to end in the first 5 turns, just like you're gonna see some stuff in the first 5 turns. That's what we're looking for. I think the zombie zapper could have been that if we didn't go with fog, but the pushback we got for going no fog was significant. And against my better judgment, I didn't adjust it, and then I forgot to make the official change before I republished the settings, so we'll never know what it would have been like. I do think Bounty Booster is a potential for some growth. The idea that each bounty you take reduces your 70% run by 10%, meaning if you took 2 bounties, you only need 50% of the board. I think it's got the potential for some explosive play. But again, it'll be more mid to late game exciting play, not early game exciting play. We'll play on Mont Saint Michel in game 2 here, and people are complaining that it's too open of a map, you know, too easy to make a run or whatever. But it's about 1,000 times more exciting than what you're watching here in game 1. You got to convince me otherwise, because it seems very obvious that it's about 1,000 times more exciting. Yeah, I think at this point you've got to find a way to get a kill and stay alive. Has to be your goal. And I think the kill has to be Aiden for someone, because he's just guarding everybody. But he's also guarded in this little pocket really heavily. And so to get to his 30 would be a nightmare. Don't want to open up Riedel there if I don't have to. I'm going to have to open him one of these spots though, huh? Also want to hit a 7. I'd rather open him here, I think. $169 troops for Riedel now, though. He's got to be happy I took that one out for him, so he could be 169. This is a 2-game set, so the stalemate modifier takes effect in round 20, and that'd be assassins targets. So if we get to that point, Zerky will send out assassins targets, and you'll be first to kill their target, or to get to 2 kills. You'd still have that option. And I would be in likely the worst case scenario for that one. So that's good. That's good news. Mont Saint Michel was good for this modifier. Okay, a lot of people saying they absolutely hated it, but I like that someone said that. In theory, no one can make a profitable kill with bonuses playing a vital part. This means you got to be fine in going into a weaker position. That no one can kill you profitably either, so a clutch set on 3 can give you winning potential if you play it right, I think. Yeah, so I guess in the one group that I watched, the bonuses just kind of got out of control early, and the kills weren't profitable. The other group, the bonuses stayed a little more in check, and we saw a little more natural 2-kill Prague World Dom game. Part of the fun of these modifiers, though, is all these top players haven't played a bunch of games with these modifiers, and so there's not like a true here's the right way to play it kind of situation going on, and so you're getting to see some different styles of play and theories. But most people are just playing super conservatively. So that's one of the negatives of adding in modifiers, is kind of like when you play Fog, not knowing for sure what the best move is sometimes causes people to be hesitant, which is the opposite of what we're going for. Long thinking time here for Rue. Any chance these guys go to 5 cards? And what would my lines look like on Aiden if he did? Ah, that's a 41. It's impossible. The Aiden kill would have to be like this. And I'd have to hit an extra 56 of Riedel to do it. So I got 25 extra I gotta hit here. 8 there is nothing. The 56 here is the problem. And I still gotta get out to this portal. Which I could through somewhere potentially. Okay. Okay, something's happening. Riedel's dying to Aiden, okay. So Aiden's at 107 troops. He goes up to... ...205 after the kill. He's going to be on 3 cards, so nothing profitable for me. Luckily I have a trade on 3 here. What do I play off of that? I don't really want him to be connected to me to go for his second kill. But he doesn't trade me in turn, so I can't go for him yet. I think I try to line him up for next turn, though. Would be the concept here. That's fine. That's going to come through there. This comes up and around. How do I get 61 troops here? I do it from this. Won't have portals. That's got to come up and help there. Let's see how much they hit Aiden here. And does he have a trade on 3? Obviously that makes a major difference. Is it even possible for me at all to get him? How do I get there? Can't, unless that gets taken out for me. So I have to come up and over. That could come down that way. Can't get the 7. Would have to go this way to get the 7. Cool. And hit a ton of crap to get there. Oh, maybe he just rolls 10v7. That would be helpful. Okay, so Aiden's not there for me, and that's the only one that would trade. Oh no, anyone would trade me in turn. Okay. 21's tough to get to, and that's behind him. See, like, the game got interesting now, but you had to wait for, what have we been on? Almost an hour now? Just to get to the interesting part? This is kill guarded here, so Rue's off the table. There's no one to go for. Okay, Aiden doesn't have a trade. Only killer opportunity would be Zychron, but he is got a 101 stack, and I would have to like triple tap it, and I can't get to that. I don't want to block myself from the portal. That's right there. This could come down, and I could still not block myself. Like, how do I get this to happen 15 minutes into the game? How do we get to this excitement level 15 minutes in? That's the big question. "30-second timers." Yeah, but if you do 30-second or 45-second timers, no one ever goes for anything because it takes too long to go for something, right? I would love to see Open. Would love to see Mitch in a finals. Welcome in, Open Tanyao. Yeah, all I need to do is score about 20 points, I think, in this round, and I'll be in the quarterfinals. And I've been in a few quarterfinals, never a semifinals. Okay, just clearing out a little junk there by Zycron. These guys made this. Oh, no, they come through there. Just hit the 7, it'll make my life so much easier. Oh, he sits in that portal and guards from there? Even worse. So I gotta add like 60 troops here. This is all fine. This needs like 10. This needs like 60 troops. And this is all fine. 60, 60, 10. 60, 60, 20. It's 140 troops. Do I have 140 troops coming in here? I don't. I don't have enough troops to do it. Okay. So I just keep lining up someone else. Hey, welcome in the Static Mage. Well, I didn't think I had him because of this 75 situation here. And I can't get this through unless I go through this guy. And Rue added everything to this for some reason to like guard Iden. Yeah, I think it was possible until this 75 stack happened. Oh, but now we got Lila on 5 cards. And Zycron? Zycron on 5 cards. Zycron's got to be my easiest kill option, right? But this 103 is just in a nightmare place. Well done by Zycron putting it there. Okay. Here goes Rue. Going for... Iden? Does he have this? This is why Rue was guarding Iden, because he wanted the kill. 6v3 gets it. 39v37. 38v37 gets it. Oh my goodness. So Rue gets the kill on Iden. That's not his second kill, though. Iden got the first kill. Rue got the second kill. That was expensive. Now I gotta line something up fast, okay. So my line's gotta be on red. Oh my gosh, and that's the biggest arrow I've ever seen. But I don't have portals, okay. So I come up and around. Oh, I can't go through there, that doesn't work like that. How do I get to 68? It's impossible, right? Because of this 113. I can't get the 19 either. Well played. I would have to kill Rue. I don't think I could have made it through that fast enough anyway. Rue was the last person I was looking at, and I missed it. Rue's 113 here, blocked me because I only have an 11 stack to get these two. Oh, I had red? How did I get this? How do I get the 68? What's the other connection to the 68? Oh, this connects. Okay. Yep, might be. I was thinking that's blocked there. Connects just like that. Okay, so Lila gets a kill. We're still not at the Deuce Dropper yet. We've had 3 players all get a kill. Zychron's gonna get to trade on 5, or is this a kill? Can Lila get Zychron here? The good news is we're going to get some decent placement points here. Hi. Alright, so here is... I don't know if he's got time. 62 stacks locked. How's he get to the 24? I'm gonna do better planning this time. I don't have a trade, so I gotta be smarter than that. Icon's just gonna make it as tough as possible to kill him. Just smart. Especially after he watched my last turn. I don't know if I can do it. There's just too many lines, guys. Oh, he got red. Okay. I was really having fun with my lines, though. Okay, so Zychron kills Lila. He's got 210 troops, and he's going to crush me in a 1v1, right? This guy's way better at risk than I am. So here we go, folks. Watch me just do my absolute worst here. Okay, he's gonna hit me harder. Dicon's got the trade on 4. Ugh. Guys, I'm just not good enough at Risk. I understand. This is such a brutal map to run through like that. Obviously, he's doing it faster than I did. What's the arrow key split? No set on 3. Open tried to teach me this the other day. I'll practice it in game 2. How about that? But a second place finish, that could work for me. That's 10 points. I really need 20 to get to the quarterfinals. My gosh, look at these dice this guy's getting. Otherwise, I would have won for sure. Oh, and he's slow rolling me. There's no trade on 3, guys. But it was nice to dream there for a second, right? Okay, so I would click and hit, and there's my arrow key split. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Alright, well, we're always learning. Yeah, I mean, that was a crazy game. And I'm okay with second place. If I'm faster, maybe... I mean, I still had, what, 12 territories to get through? There's so many splits, and I was trying so hard not to block myself off. And I had, like, 7 different stacks I was working with, so... GG's. Zycron gets the win here in Game 1. We'll go over to Game 2, which will be Mont Saint-Michel. Much more open map, fewer splits. Looking forward to that. Game 2, Summer Road Trip Open, final group. I need 10 points here. Let me verify that. But I think I need 10 points here. Oh, I might need slightly more because of Zycron's win there. Let's see. Currently 24th place is 53 points. As of the start of this game, I'm at 42, so I need at least 11 points, which means I have to get a bounty or I have to win. This is the Deuce Dropper modifier, which is first to 2 bounties. We're on Mont Saint-Michel. And we're 3rd in turn order in a Prague World Dom game. This will be a bonus game. That's Old Town there for Iden. I want to go for some super greedy bonus here, but I don't have necessarily a play for a super greedy bonus. I think my best play might be Hill Road, which is like my least favorite bonus to take on this map. Ah, oh, that 2 getting hit kind of ruins that plan. So now I have to take a smaller bonus. Do I go west wall? Have to roll a 5v2. I think I gotta play it safe here. Okay, that kind of sucks. And Riedel's gonna have a big +7 next to me. Ugh, maybe I missed it, but that spawn did not suit me too well, I don't feel like. Riedel just hits my 2 like it's no big deal. He doesn't want to roll the 6v2. Interesting. That's a Rue, let him cook. 13. Here goes Lila the Poet, 5th in turn order here in red. Zychron's 21 points, put him up at 51. He's still 2 points off, but he should basically no matter what. Oh, 5v2 gets rolled. This is a brutal start. I think I have to go Residence turn 2, which is just another +3. Oh boy. Zychron feeling a V confident after his game 1 win. And he wants my 2 out of his way. For a +9. What? Zychron going +9, obviously. That's the normal play here. Iden goes for the +6 of port, so he's going to be on +10. There's no way I get markets. 2. Put 2 here. I can't even attack from that side. Is the west wall any better than Residence in this situation? I don't have to... Well, I have to do 2 anyway. It's worse, for sure. North wall... Ugh, do I try for that? That's too risky, right? Yeah, we roll out for Zychron because of the entertainment value of him taking a +9 here, turn 2. While getting the biggest trade in Prague World Dom. So even if I get second place with no bounties here, I'm out of the tournament. So it's basically win to go through for me here. Or if I take a bounty and get second somehow, that would be fine. Or take a bounty and get third even. So 3+1 would work. It's a +6 there for Rue. Haydn on +10. And Zychron's going to go +9. So I think what I do... Oh, Rue added a 4 here. I don't like that. +9 now. Oh my gosh, I got to get another +3. And the stupid +4 here. Or the stupid 4 here is a killer. So how do I get this? Put everything here, hit, and then go back. If you didn't think you would see East Wall taken in this, Join the club. I think if these guys are going to go this greedy, I think I have to make a run at markets. Oh, Iden's going another bonus. He's at 35 troops already. 15 for Riedel. Remember, we are playing Deuce Dropper modifier, so 2 bounties get you the win. So I got a hit split. Oh, I'm going to practice my arrow key split, though. It's going to be awesome. Everyone ready for it? It really threw me off because I'm practicing this goofy. Surely I can roll a 3v1 for this, right? Ah! You hate to see it. My body's... It's a goofy new mechanic to get, but I just need to go play some ranked lobbies probably and just run through some Europe Advanced with the arrow key split, and then I'll feel a little better about it. It definitely throws me off a little bit here. You can always use the arrows to change slow rolls faster. Okay. I'm a clicker. I need to stop clicking so much. You guys are right. You're really improving my risk game here, and I appreciate you guys for it. Oh, Open also taught me some, like, you can hit, like, C to see the bonuses. That's the only one I remember. There's some other letters you can hit, though. This game is going to get volatile. That's a +9 there for Rue. T and S. T will tell you where your +2s are, and S will send out the number of troops and territories player info. You think they would put that over here, right? Like a little in parentheses TS. That could be a note for those guys. And C. C for continents. T for territory or 2s, your +2s. Is that what the T's for? And S for stats, player stats. S all of top players use. No, I like, if you turn them off, it shows that your next level, you can just kind of Rain Man count the troops without having to. Hello? Oh, thank you so much. She's the next one I'll have to train how to use arrow key splits. She's only 15. She's 15 months today. So I don't know when's too early to start training them on how to split properly, but we'll get on it as soon as the book says to. You're welcome. Territory cards. Okay, T for territory cards, yeah. Are there going to be any bonuses left? I guess just the courtyard. +4. Zayden actually taking the +7 St. Pierre? Is Zayden thinking about killing Riedel? That's interesting. Yeah, Zycron also thought it was interesting. Is he rolling out for Zycron to take a +4 to go with his +9? I mean, I'm trying to take a +7 to go with my +6, so I guess that's fine. But I'm taking it late. Sorry, misclick. Is sorry, misclick the... That's a pretty funny comment. I needed that last week. Okay, I'm basically in one position on the map. Super easy to kill. But at least I got the bonus. So, there you go. So now we can start thinking, like, if we were someday going to kill Rue, Maybe I have to hit this off of there. And he's nicely kill guarded in here by old Zychron. Not helpful Zychron. So my next option becomes the Lila kill. Obviously not now, just kind of thinking through what that's going to look like. So troops here, really important. And here. Lila kill is my plan. This stack I'm putting here just to keep Iden from getting any ideas of breaking me. $15 for Iden here. He's at 60 troops. Do we think that's too many for him to be getting a turn? Probably. Probably. Again, if you're just playing these settings straight up World on Prague. Oh, here's the Riedel kill. Okay. So now he's at 46 troops. That's relatively positive for him for such an early kill. He would like to keep that bonus, is what he's signaling. Am I responsible for breaking? I don't think so. I'm first after him in turn order. I'll let those guys handle it. Tough game for Riedel. Did he die first both games? He did. Ugh. Tough day for Riedel. GG's. I think Riedel's out. He had kind of a tough tournament. He had 4 in round 1 and 4 in round 2. That's tough. Don't worry, Riedel's a really good player. He'll be back. Gotta find a way to get a bounty here. It's critical to my hopes in this tournament. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna get a bounty because I'm dying. Should have traded. This will be the end of my tournament here. Even though Rue was unable to successfully kill me, that will be the end. And that's the way it crumbles sometimes. So Lila will get my kill here on the 10 trade. I thought it was safe not to trade, but I was very wrong. So probably on me there. 2 kills here for Lila. Can it go straight into the Rue kill? So GG's to Mitch on Risk. Had a really good first round this tournament. The zombies were a nightmare last week. It was probably just a little bit of a speed situation away from winning the game today. Lila's got to get a good... Oh, how's he getting the 4? That's an oops. Okay, so Lila got 1 kill. But will not be able to finish it off, so Zychron will be able to easily get the kill on Rue. And that will officially make sure Zychron's through the next round. What's up, Carter? Welcome in. Welcome in, Riedel. Tough day, Riedel. Alright, so Zychron gets the kill. That's his first kill of the game. So a kill by Aiden, a kill by Lila, and a kill by Zychron. So all 3 players still alive in the game have a kill, so whoever gets the next kill wins. Crackle says, poor play by Rue. I agree, Crackle. Anytime you go for a Mitch on risk kill, it's a poor play. Whether it's successful or not, really. It's a poor play. Riedel got 4 6th places in 3 rounds. That deserves some sort of award, Riedel. That is a tough tourney. Ugh. Zychron can't finish anybody off. So does Aiden have a trade on 3 here? Doesn't appear so. He just goes to hit Zychron a bit, but doesn't want to hit him down too much, it looks like. And doesn't break Lila at all. Look at all those bonuses Lila has. A lot of 2v2 trash talk going on in the chat here. So Lila just got to hold all the bonuses. Aiden just hands the game over. Interesting play there from Aiden. Maybe just was hyper-focused on Zychron and forgot that bonuses still count. This will surely be... Oh, maybe Aiden was trying to get a placement play there. This isn't a kill. No kill possible here. Maybe there was some sort of worked out agreement here where Aiden and Lila were signaling to each other what they were doing. I don't know. But Zychron now just kills Aiden? Yeah, I don't... This is certainly entertainment. No question about it. Oh, running the 70, I forgot. How many is it for the 70 on this? This is a pretty clean Aiden kill. Yeah, there was drama, Hot Buns. Yeah. Easy win for Zychron. He gets his second bounty, gets his second win in the round. He is through to the quarterfinals. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I am out of the Summer Road Trip Open, but next week is the Keep It 100 modifier. They are going to be epic, entertaining games in the quarterfinals with 24 awesome players. If you are interested in playing in tournaments like this, go to professionalrisktakers.com, click Join PRT. We'd love to have you for future events. I'm your host, Mitch on Risk, here for Professional Risk Takers. Till next time, everybody, may your dice be nice. See you guys.